What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to talk about my favorite Fuji lens, the 16mm 1.4. So the 16mm 1.4 is actually a popular favorite amongst a lot of Fujifilm photographers, and because of that there is actually a lot of videos and reviews about this lens. This is an overall pretty fantastic lens. Now no one is perfect and there are a couple of minor nits, but if you are curious to understand just how classic this lens is, stick around and find out. First up is build quality, and like so many others in Fuji lineup, the 16mm is built to a very high level. It is made out of metal and is just solid. I find it that it's really well balanced on the X-T3 that I use. It's not that heavy to be a burden yet, it's light enough to carry around all day without causing a lot of muscle pain and strain. The focus ring is smooth and buttery with the ideal amount of resistance. Fuji, like many of the other lenses in their lineup, includes an aperture ring. And unfortunately, unlike the focus ring, not only does the aperture ring click audibly from position to position, it is also a little too easy to knock from its current setting. On more than one occasion, I wanted to shoot wide open only to realize later that I was at 1.6 or even at f2. Slowing down the shutter speed and leaving me with slightly blurred results is a little bit frustrating, but something that you can just need to be aware of. On the inside, the 16mm is a complicated formula for a prime lens made up of 13 elements arranged in 11 groups. Now included in the formula are two extra low dispersion elements, two spherical elements, and there is also something called nano GI or gradient index coating and a HP EBC coating. And they work together to reduce lens flare and ghosting for better color and contrast in strong lighting conditions. The aperture ranges from f1.4 to f16, and speaking of the aperture, there are 9 rounded aperture blades which makes for some stellar out of focus bokeh. The lens is so wide angle you have to get closer to your subject to maximize subject isolation. When you do get closer, the results are really beautiful. By the way, you can't get really close because the minimum focus distance of this lens is just under 6 inches away, which not only throws the background way out of focus, it also gives the lens some value as macro lens. Back to the build. The front filter thread is 16mm. Unfortunately, the lens is weather sealed with 9 separate seals against dust and moisture intrusion. The overall downside of my experience was in fact the aperture ring, which in my opinion is little bit too audible and little bit too loose. Easy to dislodge from its tape position. That's unfortunate because otherwise this thing is a physical specimen. Next up is autofocus, speed and accuracy. The lens does not focus ultra fast, it's pretty quick. But if you are a street photographer, you may find that the lens may have a hard time keeping up with the moving subject in the street. But apart from that, I found that overall it's an excellent autofocus performance. Bottom line is, autofocus is excellent and overall majority of the time it nails the focus. Now I'll talk about the optical quality. Well, I'm pleased to say that when the autofocus hits, fortunately the optics are very impressive. I mean, it checks all the important boxes. Is it sharp wide open? Yes. Does it have well-controlled dramatic abbreviation and flare performance? You bet. And vignetting is very well controlled even wide open. It's a check. With a full frame equivalent field of view of 24mm, the 16mm is going to be good for landscape, street and in some cases environmental portraits as well. No, it's not that tack sharp wide open, but it cleans nicely by f2 and it's just razor sharp by f4. On the upside, we have a stellar weather sealed quality, fast, silent and decisive autofocus. In addition to very well executed manual focus and really sweet optics, especially stopped down just a little bit. On the downside is an aperture ring that's just a little bit too easy to knock from its intended setting. The bottom line is 16mm is still a fairly pricey option, though it does offer up the goods optimally.